Alright. Let's see, there were some chests in there that I need to get. So, Alisa, Sarah, Marcus, and Emma. Right. Alright. Clear moon. Alright then. Let's see how that team works out. Over there.
That one's gonna be a pain. Careful. That one looks nasty. Try to be careful.
Crap.
Watch out! This is a tough one!
My turn.
Let's move!
Right. Now!
Got you!
Leave it to me. Cut! My turn. Too slow. Now, you're mine.
Here I go! Sit!
Okay, cut! No problem. Ha! Now's our chance.
Got you!
I'll handle it.
Let's move!
Okay. Hostiles neutralized. Guess we're safe.
Yeah. Right, before I do these. Oops. I'm out of powder, so I think I'll use it. Right. First up, Marcus and Emma.
Enemy sighted! Let's take them out! Hope you're ready! You're finished!
Of course! Analyzing the enemy's vitals. I've got it!
Guys, these are the many resentful spirits coming together and becoming one causes nightmares and madness.
Rise, great towers! Lord Alfarian! Rest in peace.
Not quite! Now's our chance!
I'll back you up!
Oh no.
I'm sorry,
This can't be happening.
everyone.
That sucked.
We'll have to fight our way through. Rise, great towers! Lord Alfarian! Rest in peace.
It's my turn! Break! They're off balance! Emma, follow me!
Understood!
Take this!
Yeah!
Not quite! Leave this to me! Arcus activate!
Of course!
I'm sure you don't have enough yet. Which kinda sucks. So.
Hope you're ready!
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Play bomb R. Play bomb is anything special, right?
Here they come. Stay focused. I can do this.
Tomoran no Mikoto. Must just be clad in flame, manipulates the heat levels in the surrounding area and uses fire arts. Very weak to water.
Leave it to me! I'm bringing the thunder now! What? Dance for me! Great light reside in my bow! Radiance arc! Okay! Now! Gotcha! Leave it to me! Now! Follow me! Yes, instructor! There! Let's see if we can live through this! Let's go! Lights out for them! Good work!
Hey, Swordbreaker too. Who's got Swordbreaker 1? Oh, I already have a Swordbreaker 2. Oh well. Yeah, let's get out from here.
That one's gonna be a pain. Careful.
Let's get my team back here. Yeah, everything's back to normal. Upon returning to the courageous, they hurriedly carried the Zemirian ore they had obtained to where George was waiting. So this is a Zemirian ore crystal, huh? It's even cooler than I thought it'd be. You brought back a real treat this time. We couldn't believe our eyes when we saw it at first. So, what do you think? Think you'll be able to make a new weapon for Valama? It's hard to say, honestly. It seems really difficult to work with, and there's the matter of getting enough of it to make something with. I feared as much. I find it hard to imagine this will be enough to make Itachi large enough for Valama to use in combat. I doubt this will be enough for Professor Smith to start helping out either. Well, all we can do is gather a lot more. There are 3 other spirit shrines in Eastern Erebonia. Just get enough. Just get through the other trials and you should have enough. You make it sound so easy. Feel free to volunteer if you have any bright ideas. Like Elliot said, we'll just have to do what we can to gather a lot more. This will be a piece of cake. Still, what we've got now is enough for me to get a feel on how to work with it. And to do that, I'm going to need to set up a proper workshop on the ship. Then by all means, do so in this area here. My brother would have no objections. Thank you, Your Highness. Yes, thank you. I'll get right to work. If you get a chance, would you mind helping me, Audrey? You'll be the one who has to carry whatever we end up making into combat, so it'll help to have you here. I'd be happy to. Choosing to help George make his workshop will cause the main story to advance. As a result, all unfinished quests will disappear. All else gotta flicking wait. I'm broke again. Well, I think that's everything here. And just there does not appear to be anything else, so let's go. I wanted to listen to a workshop for creating Valamar's statue. If you get a chance, I'd really appreciate if you could help me out. Choosing up George to make his workshop will cause the main story to advance. As a result, all unfinished quests will disappear. Let's go. Thanks. Well then, do you think you could bring me my tools from over in the Oval Factory. Can do, George. George and Reen then began remodeling the ship's hold into a workshop. While the process was more than a little exhausting, it didn't take long before they were finished. Phew, this should work for now. Okay, let's see if we can process this Zemirian ore. Ready? That's not Zemirian ore on the table, sir. We're going to start by reinforcing Valma's existing blade, right? Kind of your way of prepping for the real thing. That's the idea, yeah. I just want to get a feel for what it's like to work with. And it'll give you a stronger sword to use in the meantime. Let's get to work. Of course. Together they worked on reinforcing Valma's existing blade. Despite the task being simple compared to making an entirely new weapon, working with the Zemirian ore was hard even for George. Rain and the other members of Class 7 as well as even Valama helped where they could and supported him in his efforts. Eventually, then they fought. Whoa. Valma, your new blade is quite impressive. Yeah, it came out pretty well. Although the base weapon is still the same as the Soul Darts. Unlike the Soul Darts blade, however, I can feel mana radiating from it now. I expect it will be able to hold a significantly keener edge than before. I'm amazed you managed to process that stuff. A hunk of crystal like that must have been a real pain to work with, huh, George? Well, if anyone could, it's you. Huh. I wouldn't have been able to do much with it if not for you guys' help. That we got this far is a real testament to our combined efforts. I'm not sure our contributions can even compare to what you've done. And I'm grateful for it. I'm sure the battles ahead are going to go a lot more smoothly thanks to this. We're lucky to have you on our side, George. Now all you gotta do is take it into a real fight and see how it feels. Right. We should get Valama to give it a couple swings.
Oh, you're all still here.
Toa?
You could have just used the comms.
What's wrong? It's not like you to be so flustered. It's terrible. We got an emergency report in from the Twin Dragons Bridge. It's Keldic. Keldic's...
Keldic? What happened to Keldic?
It was set on fire! By the Kreutzer Provincial Army!
What? What?
They set a course for Keldic and hurried there as fast as their legs could carry them. Once they arrived, a number of them disembarked to assess the situation, Instructor Sarah and Eustace included. Ah. Well, as I said, my party will always be these three. This is awful. How could they? The Grand Market seems to have taken the brunt of it too. The fact that this was the work of the provincial army themselves is distressing to say the least. I can't believe this. Let's have a look around town. We should pay a visit to both the market manager and the 4th Armored Division too. First things first. Get out. Not Louise, too. Ugh. Excuse me, but how's she been holding up? Has she been given medical treatment? Father Zibel is already tended to her, but apparently the blow to her head was so strong he can't be sure if she'll ever make it. Louise, please open your eyes, I'm begging you. You two seemed like good friends from what I've seen. Yeah, we got to know each other from my visits to the weathercock whenever I was in town for work. But I'm not going to be able to do anything for her staying here. Let's go. We need to see how things are going elsewhere. Right.
I hope Louise will be okay.
She wasn't the only familiar face either.
They seem to have enough medicine at least, but... It's my turn!
Leave this to me!
Please don't tell me. No. Why, Otto? Please come back to me. No way. You're all from Taos, correct? You fell victim to one of the soldiers' attacks while evacuating townsfolk, I'm afraid. I did everything in my power to save him, and yet... I see. We never even got the chance to repay him for helping us while we were here. How could this happen? The market manager's always done everything he could to protect this town. But now he's went and gave his life for us. No one loved this town more than Otto. This just goes to prove that... Why do things end up like this? What are we even supposed to do? Oh, I see you've all arrived. Lieutenant General Craig, Major Neidhart. I see the RMP is here as well. Thank you for coming, everyone. I presume you were all contacted? That's right, we came as soon as we heard. Is this the work of who I think it is? It is as you suspect. This was done by none other than Croton Provincial Army soldiers. That's absurd. For what reason? So it seems they have no issue with raising the very lands they're meant to protect. Unfortunately, it's very real. Apparently they broke broke through a gap in our line of defense at the Twin Dragons Bridge. According to report, there were a number of Jaegers within their ranks too. Duke Albrecht has been hiring the northern Jaegers throughout this war. They were behind the attack in Ymir too. That explains things. Raising towns like this is one of their specialties. And if they had soldiers supporting them too, this couldn't have ended any other way. We arrived on the scene as fast as we could and managed to fight them off while evacuating townsfolk, but they had already retreated towards Berea and had formed a defensive line by the time the 4th Armored Division arrived. The townsfolk readily accepted us after the provincial army was forced to retreat from Twin Dragons Bridge. It's clear this was intended to punish them for that as an example to others. Even then, though, there's just no excuse for this. This reminds me of what Rufus and Feta said actually.
I beg to differ. The presence of Soldat's units on a battlefield makes a tremendous difference. What they may lack in firepower and armor compared to tanks, they make up for in mobility and versatility. But more important than even those factors is the psychological impact they have on our opponents.
We're only human. As such, we are as captivated as we are terrified of giant beings bearing human form.
Rufus said that? Oh, Vita. The fear this attack has instilled in the townsfolk seems to be a testament to those words. Thanks to the soldiers, it's safe to say they succeeded in their aim. Even we of the RMP felt somewhat powerless before them, especially since we couldn't prevent that fatality. To think the one fatality would be the market manager of all people. Regardless, we plan to strengthen our defenses here while preparing for countermeasures against Berea Hard. I advise that you keep your distance from Celtic for a while. Do engrave this horrid sight into your minds, however. This is no mere minor conflict. It's an old war. Never forget that. We've got a decent grasp on the situation now, in Celtic now. Should we head back? Yeah, let's return. Reen. Where's my family? They're all safe, right? Becky, you go. We told you to wait on board, didn't we? Sorry, but she insisted. You expect me to sit about knowing what's happened to my home? My family is safe, right? What about the market manager? Your family's alright. We saw them at the church. I can't say the same for the market manager though. Oh no, you're having a laugh, huh? Wait. I've got it, Reen. I'll make sure she returns to the Courageous. Thanks. We'll make our way back first then. We have a lot to discuss regarding where to proceed from here. Indeed. After leaving Kellic in the Imperial Army's hands, they all went back to the Courageous. Processing both Otto's death and the state of Kellic proved to be difficult, but they had to face it. It was only after Becky and Hugo had returned that they decided to take off.
Still, this war seems to resemble the War of the Lions more by the minute. History tells us towns were set ablaze all across the country back then as well.
Really?
That is said to have been the case, yes. Although the situation back then is very different compared to now.
True enough. This war's been relatively bloodless in comparison, so something like this happening is a big deal.
Still, in the long term, this is bound to hurt the Alliance's cause more than it will help. That's why I'm finding it so hard to picture that Rufus would give the go-ahead to do it.
think it's safe to say it was just Duke Alborea doing his own thing. He really seems to hate how Duke Cayenne's higher in practice than him in the Alliance.
I'm sorry, but this is where we part ways. Captain, please let me disembark somewhere nearby.
What? You can't be serious!
You're not.
You're not thinking of trying to settle things with your father alone, are you?
I can't believe you would even entertain the thought. You need to take a deep breath and calm down before you do something you'll regret, Eustace. How dare you? Don't act like you know the first thing about what I'm feeling right now. As a member of the Alborea family, I have a duty to stop my father. You have no right!
We have every right to interfere, Eustace. This is clearly too much for one person to handle alone.
Machias is right. You need to calm down and we need to think this over together.
Yeah, this isn't like you at all.
As your classmates and friends, it's not hard to imagine how terrible you must be feeling right now. But that's exactly why we want to help you, and I believe we can.
We should discuss how to approach this matter together.
That's a Class 7 I know.
Still, this isn't a matter to be taken lightly. Your actions could have a profound effect on the war from here on out. If you're going to get yourselves involved, you're going to need to be prepared for the potential consequences. But I'm sure you guys know the deal at this point, right?
We fully understand what you're saying. So far, we've tried to keep our interference with the war itself to a minimum. However, what just happened in Keldic was an act of terrorism against innocent civilians. We can't turn a blind eye to that.
You're right.
We're all agreed there. The market manager did a lot for us, both during our field study and when we were lying low there after the war broke out.
I'm of the same opinion. He may be head of one of the 4 great houses, but the Imperial family can still make him answer for his crimes. So please, use my position and this ship however necessary to bring him to justice.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Alright, I think it's time we come up with a solid plan. We can't allow Duke Alborea to do anything so inhuman ever again.
Thank you.
Huh? Is there a call coming through? Where's it coming from? Bear with me a moment. This can't be right. It's coming from an airship owned by the Noble Alliance.
How can that be?
They must have sneaked into range. What should we do, Toa? I think I can shake them off if I try.
No, put the call up on the screen.
It's a pleasure to see you all again. Especially you, my dear brother. And Princess Alphen is with you too. Truly, it's an honor, Your Highness.
Rufus!
Goodness.
Why are you calling us?
I apologize for calling so abruptly. Rest assured, I have no intention of attacking or otherwise harming you. I'm calling because there is information of which I'd like to make you aware. Due to the rather sensitive nature of my message, this feed is a private communique from my personal airship.
What could you possibly have to tell us?
Does this concern Keldic by any chance?
It does indeed. I imagine all of you have seen what befell the town yourselves. The attack on Keldic was instigated by Duke Alborea alone. We of the Noble Alliance do not in any way condone it. If you plan to confront the Duke about his actions, you need fear no interference from us.
Huh? Oh, I get it. You want us to take him out, don't you?
Surely not.
The bulk of the Kreutzen Provincial Army is already under my control. The attack was carried out by a small contingent of soldiers who remain loyal to my father. At present, they've walled themselves up in Auroch's fort along with him. With the aid of the Imperial Army, you ought to be able to take the fortress without much trouble.
This is insane.
They're not as well trained as the ones who are serving you, so you don't mind losing them, do you? I'm impressed at how cold-heartedly objective you can be, Mr. Chief of Staff.
Bet you'd love it if we ended up killing each other so you'd have nothing to worry about, huh?
Nothing of the sort, Miss Clausel. Still, there's no denying my father's actions will be a millstone around the neck of the Alliance going forward. But considering the position I hold, I can't very well publicly oppose him. And that's why I figured I might bring up the matter with all of you. Well, I've said my part. Oh, and Eustace, this is an intensely family-centric affair, as I'm sure you realize. I'm very curious how you'll approach it. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I suppose I'll hope and pray for your success this once, as a sitting member of Thor's Board of Directors.
Nothing like using other people to do your dirty work.
There remains a real possibility that this is a trap.
Still, now we know the Alliance wants something done about Duke Alberea as much as we do. This could be the best chance we're ever going to get to stop him from wreaking more havoc.
I can't allow my father to commit any more of these unforgivable crimes. I will go to Auroch's fort and apprehend Duke Alberea myself. And it would mean the world to me if all of you were to lend me your aid.
Do you even need to ask?
Of course we will. We'll be with you every step of the way.
With that, they finally began preparations to apprehend Duke Alberea. Duke Alberea's actions against Celtic were believed to be in violation of a number of Imperial laws. With that fact as justification, Class 7 chose to call upon the aid of the 4th Armored Division and RP to formally place him under arrest. In the end, they settled upon the following plan. First, the 4th Armored Division would attack Bereahad's northern line of defense. Meanwhile, the RNP would attack the city's southern line of defense, forcing them to call for reinforcements from Auroch's fort. This would give Class 7 the opportunity to attack the fortress using the courageous with relatively limited opposition. And once the fortress was under their control, they were to arrest Duke Alberea, effectively completing the mission. While all of this was being finalized, the remaining touches were put to Valamar's reinforced sword. The operation proved to be an opportune time to test it and collect much needed data. The next day, the time came for the operation to begin. On Christmas Day, taking Auroch's fort. Well, the time's finally come. Is everyone ready to go? Of course. We can't let Eustace down. This is our chance to avenge Otto's death too. I appreciate it. Just try and focus your thoughts on the operation for now. You can worry about other things later. We'll be right there with you. Sounds like everyone's all fired up and ready to go. This will be our first chance to test Valamar's newly fortified weapon too. How'd it turn out? Great, actually. It's like Laura said, today's operation makes it the perfect chance to test it out in battle. I hope so. It'll be a good way to iron out the kinks, anyway. The more data I have, the better off we will be when it comes to making that touch. Guys, the 4th Armored Division and the Railway Military Police are almost ready to make their move. Let me know as soon as you're ready, the sooner the better. I'm coming with you. It doesn't sit right with me to have you going up against high-ranking Jaegers alone. There's no reason to let your guard down though. Make sure you have everything you need. No problem. The number of members has temporarily increased to 7. Alright. Which means my team can recruit the Bane. But I'll keep Elliot just in case. Excellent. To advance him in story, speak to Towa and the captain's chair. It's the comments operation. What to do? Oh, I don't have control of this. Alright, how much money do I have? Not enough. Where do I go? Lynn. This is the 4th Army Division. Our tanks are all in position. The RMP has also reached Point B and commenced surveillance of Berea Hard southern entrance. Acknowledged. Please continue to stand by. Barring any sudden changes, the operation should begin at the scheduled time. Acknowledged. Waiting on your signal. Dealing with the military like that must really be stressful. I'm glad to see that she's holding up okay. That son of a bitch. I can't believe he'd even try to pull this shit. I don't give a rat's ass how great his house is. Nobody sets fire to a town of innocent people and gets away with it. You guys had the best chance we've got at making that bastard pay for this. Do not screw this up. Kind of an odd question, but you wouldn't happen to need any of our further developing solution, would you? I bought more than I needed before I bought it, so if you need some, by all means let me know. Oh, that's what this is. It's like already I have one of each. I need some armor and shit, so I'll have to make some sales. Right. Santa Maria. I can't like this here. Huh. That's weird. I can't change her weapon. Alright. Dude, give me 100% evade. Inside an evade, it wouldn't do anything for wow. Suppose we'll leave that there for now. I don't know if I get anything better soon. This wasn't exactly what I pictured Reinforcement Blade's first battle. I wish we could have given you a test run or something beforehand. But I guess you do know how to use a sword, so it's the same blade you've always used, just stronger. It shouldn't be all that different at least. Yeah, I'll be fine. This blade's gonna lead us straight to victory. I just know it. There are two kind, little or green. I can't actually upgrade it. Well, that's that. What happened to Celtic and the Grand Market was bad enough, but we even lost Otto on top of that. Why things have to come to this? I hate to say it, but this is the reality of war, Becky. Yeah, Lake's not the only place to have gone through this. It doesn't excuse it, obviously, but a truly great merchant would be looking for ways to overcome, to help everyone. I'm still trying to process all of this here, but I guess you're right. We're better off trying to get things sorted rather than moping about, aren't we? Oops. Confused too. Huh. Nightmare 2. So wait. Sleep and blind 2. Look at that. I'm running low on upgrade material. Yes, I am. Now change soon. Don't have the don't have the 3 final set yet, but alright. Actually it's 4. This is something else here. Oh, Rain, you could not come at a better time. What's up? Something I can help you with? I'm glad you asked. While you're cooking, do you ever find producing dishes that might be deemed particular by some palates? If you do, don't just toss them out. I want them, and the more the better. Do I want to know why you want them? What else? They are part of my training to become the ultimate bride. One day I'll need to cook my husband meals that are chock full of love. And it's never too early to start practicing. In order to properly fill my cooking with love, I want to sample food that dares to be different. Sensible, no? If you say so. But this isn't solely for my future husband's benefit. It will teach me to make a wider variety of meals when I'm helping out in the creator's kitchen too. So what do you say? Please, you can do this for cute little me, can't you? If I agree to help, do you promise never to talk to me like that ever again? I can't imagine this will be worth our time, but I'm not the kind of guy who turns down a chance to help someone. If I run into any particular dishes, I'll bring them straight to you. Thank you kindly. I have quite a few. And I'm only missing 4. Munch, this is surely something. Thank you for bringing me this, Reed. You should whip up should you whip up or find any more particular dishes, please let me know. Such a captivating taste. Thanks to you, I come up with all sorts of new cooking ideas. Yeah, you certainly earned these. There's also much left for me to learn though. The more food you bring me, the more desirable a woman I become. Just don't fall for me, Reed. Only you think so. Every dish, how unique. Every dish you bring me introduces me to strange and exciting new flavors. Please, take these. Don't try to turn down a gift from a fair maid. But there's still plenty more for me to learn. I want to be the most fond over bride in Erebonia, so bring me more. What a fascinating flavor. You really done wonders in expanding both my palate and my knowledge of food in general. I know that much, but please take these as a little gift from me. There's still much more to learn though. Right, well my time's up regardless.